80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead is a rematch of last year's NFC Championship game between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 3rd season now from USC. It's Sam Darnold.
I remember talking with a scout about him, and he said, you know, I love the fact that he was a high school basketball player. He does so many things with his legs to keep plays alive. But he did the same thing as a basketball player, kind of a point guard, knows where the ball's supposed to go, and knows how to deliver it to the open man.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Credit Zadarius Smith, able to get through and make that tackle for a loss.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. A shotgun snap for Darnold. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, first down.
At the 39-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9.
Well, look at the numbers from a week ago for Reed. 4 catches, 63 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And he finds the tight end, Reed. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard, leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They hand it off to Mostert. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers 17. The Packer fans, and not to mention members of this defense, likely hoping to forget what Mostert did to Green Bay in the NFC title game last year. 29 carries, 220 yards. And Darnold, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
The ball carrier.
North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
The tackle made.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Darnold. That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And it's fielded at the 34.
Receiving team.
A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It was actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. For the Packers and Niners, this, of course, a rematch of the NFC Championship game from a year ago. And that game belonged to the 49ers. You might remember Raheem Mostert. Boy, he really made a name for himself in that one. 220 yards on the ground, 4 touchdown runs in the 37-20 victory that sent the 49ers to Miami. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
.39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 24-yard.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Darnold from the gun. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And that will be incomplete.
Darnold's pass intended for Trent Taylor. Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
the reason we ball for. Circle round twice to the encore. If you know, you know.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. No score after one on EA Sports. First and 10. Here's Rodgers. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
A gain of 16 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Brings up
this defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Green Bay.
The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. First and 10 right at the 20. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
So from the 17, here's second and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Mercedes Lewis, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. A dump down to McKinnon. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
At their own 27.
Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. It's really been a blistering start to the season for him so far. He's on pace to blow past 1,000 yards. The good receivers, it's interesting, though. You put extra coverage on them, they probably view that as a challenge. All right, I'm going to go after this. You put one guy on them, then they feel disrespected, and they want it to. So how do you cover it?
You're exactly right. That's an insult, right? Especially the year that he's having. But I just have to go ahead and I'm not going to insult him. I'm going to respect him. I'm sending as many people as possible. But one of the reasons he's having this type of a start is despite that type of coverage, he finds a way to what we call uncover late. Ball's thrown, even though there's coverage there, he's the one who can go up and come down with it, finds a way to get to the football.
And the offensive line has given them time in the pocket to have that uncovering late. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. He has not had the game that he envisioned. His team has not had the game that they've envisioned here. So how do they turn this around now?
Well, right now, what he's looking forward to doing is finding a way to get the added weight on his back. Is it like that monkey that Steve Young was talking about? Remember that in the Super Bowl?
Oh, the 95 Super Bowl.
Right, when they beat the Chargers, and, you know, he had that weight of expectations and past greats on his back. In this case, it's just bad play. Can he shake it off and then be able to play loose and free and help his team out?
See if he can do just that. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Dean Lowry able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Darnold now to throw. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at about the 28. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Operating from the gun. Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. The left side completion to Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again. Rodgers looking deep for Adams. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams. As the first half is winding down. And the Packers add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again, it's Jones. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Third down.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 27-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Point after.
And that one makes it 14-7. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
San Francisco.
This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
To throw again on second down, Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams, his intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Rodgers. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Rodgers now on first down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And that's the rookie Javon Kinlaw who got in there to bring him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack on first down, Rodgers slant to Adams. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
And the Packer.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Rodgers. Able to get this to Gordon. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
First down, Packers.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On second down, it's Jones. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Rodgers. Open man is Gordon. Complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
First down.
That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. On the run, just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 12-yard line.
From the gun, Rodgers to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
The Packers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And the result, a Green Bay score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Gain of 5.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Jordan Reed has it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Again, Darnold. And his throw is incomplete. He had no options downfield there and just chucked it out of bounds.
There was no one open. He was in the pocket. Where was the intentional grounding call?
Oh, you wanted the flag.
Of course I did. I'm a defensive guy. You know that. Where was the flag? The officials point out that someone was in the area. He got away with one.
Screenplay, McKinnon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Darnold completes it, and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Darnold to throw again. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. 16 yards, a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Gain on the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
15-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. That is caught at the 7. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That'll be a gain of 16. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Brings up 4th.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
A gain of 33 yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run with Jones on 1st down, but he'll struggle here just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes. They put this one in the left-hand column. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. the all-time leading rusher at Boston College, it's A.J. Dillon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They run once more with Dillon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Tonight's
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Packers, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile,